giddies, gentlemen, guys, bells, and all variations of the species. Welcome to a very special episode of the Unmonetisables, the official podcast of the FAWK Chronicles and stepsister podcast to the Indi Scots with Soul podcast that wasn't featured on Tech this week, and Cpt Uncle podcast to the unofficial official podcast. My name is Cpt Privilege, and with me, for no choice of their own, are Dr. Darks.
You fucked it already.
Well, I'm getting thrown off here because you've still got Yangy on the screen and I'm nuts.
Yeah,
Yangy
there was a
fucking
point
here.
to that. There's a point to
Yeah, Grandmaster Tech.
Aye, yeah.
Aye, and we have Manny TV.
Hello.
And Zen Bloke.
Got the week off work.
You got the week off work.
I mean the day off work. Oops.
So yeah, the day off. I don't get carried away. To slot in to what is definitely one of the smaller podcasts of the past few weeks, but it'll be intimate, it'll be close, it'll be tight knit, guys. It'll be awesome.
A fireside chat.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Give me 2 seconds here.
Right.
And
okay.
yeah, so I mean, what better way to kick us off this week than to commemorate the momentous occasion that is a snitch in time saves 9. Tekashi 6ix9ine reached #1 on the Billboard.
See, just for that pun, I'm disconnecting. Fuck this podcast.
What the fuck is there to say about this, man? So for anyone who doesn't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine, big snitch 9, snitched on his old gang. Whether or not it was actually an FBI informant from the get-go is a completely different fucking question. But comes out of prison after calling out the whole gangster rap community, telling them they're all full of shit and then they ain't gonna do shit. Going his Test My Gangster World Tour, went in jail, snitched, came out, got deals, has done collaborations and hit the #1 on the Billboard spot. Then shot a video of himself, sprayed himself with fucking champagne, shouting, "I can't be stopped, y'all can't stop me. The radio tried to blackball me, y'all can't blackball me." Don't say blackball, but yeah. I feel bad because I kind of want to start a Deadpool on him, like straight up, like when's this guy going to get shot? This cannot continue. But at the same time, it's kind of humiliating, and pants down round the ankles, bent over the knees, spanked for the entire gangster rap community. Like, how the fuck is this guy still? Never mind, how is he still alive? How is he #1 on a fucking Billboard? What the fuck is going on?
I'm starting to question this planet.
It's starting to?
There must be some kind of plot going on where, like, he brings light to all the other names that he's challenged against, so that they all come up through the media swarm together.
That's interesting. I mean, it's like one of the lines in the new song, not that I listen to that trash, but one of the lines in the song is Nicki Minaj defending him for being a rat by saying something along the lines of, "Y'all calling him a rat while y'all got rats in your own camp." It's like, what?
Oh,
it's
that
like,
old
okay.
argument bullshit.
Yeah, he's literally like
Nicki
looking into
can't
it.
say anything, man, with a fucking meat she's packing. It looks like she's smuggling rats.
No, that is Queen Nicki.
Queen Nicki, she's got that much plastic surgery. If you were to bury her, it would be considered recycling.
God.
Plastic surgery is very acceptable these days, Barry.
That is very acceptable, yes, but not to that fucking extent.
What, to the extent that the arse implants burst, according to Meek Mill?
Jesus, like, it's coming to the point where she's actually risking her own health. She's that much plastic, she's pretty much sponsored by fucking Hasbro at this point.
I don't know. I think as long as she's underneath the amount that Kim Kardashian has, you know, she's using Kim Kardashian as like the canary in the coal mine, the plastic canary in the silicon coal mine.
I think she's just got it done so she can go past credit card machines and just wave a hand.
What? All right, because
Manny got it at least.
One is always reminded when we speak of Far Too Far in Plastic Surgery of Lolo Ferrari.
Oh God, that was well, that was just installing, personal flotation devices.
Yeah.
Just in case you have a plane crash
When
in the
you
ocean.
think of her, though, then you start to think of Eurotrash on Channel 4 in the 90s.
Jeez.
Oh, fuck
God.
Eurotrash.
Wow, Zenfolk, you dating yourself here, man. But at the same time, I'm acting like I don't know what it is here. Like, yeah.
Eurotrash was basically free porn, man.
Basically.
Like, if anybody grew up, like,
It was kind of like. It was kind of like DeviantArt made television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody grew up in the 90s, right, if they've got a weird fetish and they grew up in the 90s, 100% Eurotrash's fault.
Don't blame that wonderful Frenchman. Was he really French though, or was that just a
What,
ridiculous?
Jean-Paul Gaultier?
Was that his name?
But the guy that hosted Eurotrash,
Yeah.
he was from fucking Somerset.
But he always had to forget and talked in French. And
I know.
So, Anton de Con, before he started doing Eurotrash, he used to do a thing on BBC Two that was before Liquid Television.
yeah,
forget
you're
the
losing
name
me
of
at
it,
Liquid Television.
Can you translate
remember
that into non-business?
I remember all kinds of mental stuff that nobody else remembers.
That's
Basically,
weird, man.
Liquid Television was loads of wee sort of crazy little films and animations and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of slightly kicked off Ren and Stimpy. I also kicked off things like Aeon Flux and Dog Boy and yeah.
Yeah, did they not
Fuck
move
yeah.
that to like late night Channel 4 or something like that eventually?
Some of that stuff that did, yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of weird shit on late night Channel 4, man.
And
That was like the Twilight Zone for TV.
Aye,
the shit.
I kind of miss the crazy Take a Chance Channel 4 back in the day.
it's like
yeah.
Lucky
See, to be
Gamble.
honest with you, see when you look at this year has basically turned into one massive Black Mirror episode.
Fucking awesome.
That- I bet you.
This is
What TV has turned into is one gigantic podcast because everybody's at home with a camera.
No, that's
I bet
TV.
you,
Yeah, God.
I
The
bet-
late TV show hosts that just look fucking awful. No, I heard through the grapevine on our podcast I listened to, No Agenda Podcast. You should listen to No Agenda Podcast, No Agenda and they've got an insider that works for one of these fucking goddamn late night shows, and they're like, oh no, yeah, we intentionally make the audio and the microphones sound like shit. So it gives you that homey feel, that homely feel, like they're really doing it for themselves. It's like, why you're actually going out your way to make it sound boxy.
When are they going to realise that most people that stay from home are streamers? And they already have they probably have better fucking audio and visual equipment than half of the news outlets out there.
Bro, it's embarrassing.
Well,
It's actually really embarrassing.
Aye, that's what gets me when you're watching the news or something like that, and they're doing it for the right host, and you're like, dude, you watch for the news. These fuckers could send you some decent mics at least. What are you doing it on your iPhone?
I mean, phone your boss, get me order your Blue Yeti off Amazon, you cheapskate.
Exactly. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm a poor wee, worker. It's like, and I do everything I can to improve the level of my content.
Exactly.
There's billions buying them, and it is next to nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm all for Zen. Look, man, it's been a long time since I've watched an MP3.
While Zenbloke's out here trying to improve his content along the rest of us, some of us out here on YouTube and such other sites are actively now deleting fuck out of their content.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Aye.
First up on the list, surely because of the pure number and volume of shade thrown last night, as the one-time YouTube's fucking golden boy, now the number one dunked on latrine for Black Twitter and many of the fucking guru community, beauty guru community. Shane Dawson.
That's it, I'm putting it this stuff.
Cancelled.
Yeah, what was it? 1.6 million views down at the last count. No. The
Actually, no,
there's that.
Last count was 35.
Is it 35 million?
Yeah.
Views down. Fuck. Yeah, the last time I saw it was like, it must have been like 11 o'clock last night, but it was like 1.6. So he must have been deleting hard, like.
Oh right, he's lost that many views from deleting the videos. Yes, he's had to go back and delete a fuck ton of stuff. So for anyone that does, obviously Shane Dawson over the past few years has become one of the bigger creators on YouTube. He's always had a good foothold and a big following and an audience. But over the past 3 to 5 years, he's genuinely went out his way to make more and more interesting and engrossing content. That being said, he's never shied away from and has previously apologised for and strived to make better for mistakes made in the past. Now, mistakes is a bit of a sugar-coated way of saying he was doing blackface. He was, like on several videos, he was making really dodgy, paedophile jokes and references. He crossed the line a good few times with having this character that he thought he was playing basically become himself in podcast form. So when he's talking about sexual assault or, sexually assaulting animals or paedophilia, he wasn't afraid to cross the line. However, this has quite clearly come to bite him in the arse. My one and only caveat for this whole fucking thing is that this shit is old hat. This shit had been dealt with at the fucking time. People came for Shane Dawson then, but fucking 4 years ago when he started making big strides. And people like fucking Keemstar picking this up and running with old fucking stories should be fucking kind of weary, because Keem, of all fucking people, should know what it's like to have old shit thrown in his face.
You know what? It's time for that fucking rant. Right, here we go.
Okay, right. let's
do you know what
step back,
you know what is pissing me off with the entire human race and the internet as a whole? This full fucking cancel culture, this full cancel culture ideology, that if somebody does something wrong, let's cancel them, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know what it used to be? Do you know who also used to do that? The Romans, when they fucking crucified people. The lynch mobs when something went wrong. Right? And what pisses me off is, right, you've got people out there who are genuinely sorry for what they're trying their best to not bury it, but accept it, what they've done, apologise and move on, right? Mm-hmm. And these cunts just won't let the fit off their neck. You're just sitting there like, look, everybody makes mistakes, and no cunt is perfect, and if some cunt's perfect, they're fucking lying.
Aye.
Everything's going to happen. This is going to happen ever since the internet was created. This is going to happen until the end of fucking time now. People are just going to go jump on the bandwagon without doing any research, any aspect into it. Right? For instance, right, let's take another person into consideration, Jenna Marbles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
She was next on the list.
Jenna Marbles removed everything and pretty much just removed her YouTube account and just went, nah, I can't go for this.
She put a bunch of her stuff private, didn't she?
But there's a thing, right? Nobody was even angry at her.
Nah.
She was just out of fear of being the next target. Fucking dropped everything and ran, and that is a perfectly human response today. That's a perfectly human response. But there's the thing, here's the problem. Here is the fucking issue I'm having. She shouldn't have to do that.
No.
She shouldn't have had to do it at all. Right? And cunts like absolute arse tuners like fucking Keemstar, right? Who spread misinformation, create drama just to fucking rile up the horde.
Like,
are still sitting there getting to say whatever the fuck they like.
Like, you mind a while back when it was a case of, if somebody said some shit and nobody liked, they just lost all their subs. Like, people just stopped viewing.
What happened to let the market decide? If people shit like fucking Onision style, when Onision started fucking pissing people off, people stopped watching him. Now, granted, he ended up getting his entire following is literally just commentary channels waiting for him to make his next fuck up. But quite literally, they cornered him out the market.
The best way to stop a fire, right? Best way to stop a fire is to fucking starve it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop getting that attention. Stop fucking tuning into every video that they've got. That is how you properly cancel somebody. You don't go out there and fucking create all this drama, create all this misinformation, create wound up stories based off very little to none information.
Aye, when some of these folk end up on mainstream,
everybody turn the crosshairs on that one person. Yeah, exactly. And see, to be honest with you, see, as a human being, I am fucking embarrassed. I am actually ashamed to be called a human. If there is any other fucking extraterrestrial life forms out there, I'm literally going to find, get me the fuck out of here. I am done.
it's this weird fucking duality where you end up finding yourself defending people who've done shit that's arguably indefensible. You're not defending the fucking act, but it's the point of, like, last night on Twitter, it was fucking hoaching. People were tweeting things like "normalize jumping Shane Dawson," like several times in the one tweet, like just copy paste.
Lunch mob tactic.
Yeah. And it was this weird fucking open bombardment of these people that were coming out of the fucking woodworks. It was, and to me, it was very much like, oh, y'all haven't said shit for years. Why is this only a fucking thing now? Oh wait, there's a bandwagon to jump on.
Don't get me wrong.
Fear any fucking retaliation from.
I am in no way, shape, or form condoning anything that Shane Dawson's done. Right, what he's done was wrong. Blah blah blah. If he's done a video saying that he's apologised for it, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. For that, by the way, side, but am I fuck condoning the way that people have reacted to it?
Exactly.
That is not how you do it.
Yesterday,
you need to have an intelligent approach to this.
I really wanted to do something about it, but I couldn't stomach feeling doing it because I was like, well, anything I say is going to start defending what he said.
Especially with everything that's going on right now, we need to show people that. We need to show them that we're not going to just fucking react
stand for that
the
shit,
same way. Exactly. Like, put it this way, see if you were in the street, right? Say you were in the street, right? And you done something shitty, right? Fair enough, you done something shitty. And you obviously approached the people and you went, right, look, I know I done wrong. And I apologise and I promise I'm going to do better. And you've done better ever since that moment, right? You've proven yourself to the eyes of the public, right? And there's always that one wee splinter group who are going to constantly sit and berate you for that one thing. That skeleton in your closet is going to keep trying to drag you back in. Would you sit and stand for it in the street? No, you wouldn't. You would go up and respectively punch their cunt in.
With all respect, mate, have it.
Mate, with all due respect, get fucked.
That's it. I mean, to be honest, it just reached a crux and a pinnacle last night. The only other thing I can have to say about it is it's kind of fucking dodgy and weird that one of the biggest YouTubers that actively talks about conspiracy theories seemed to be the victim of some dodgy conspiracy to take him the fuck out last night. Again, not defending what he's fucking said or done, but entertainers and comedians do fuck up. They are allowed to fuck up, and if they apologise and strive to do better, are we not going to allow them to apologise and strive to do better? Is that where we want to live in a society and a culture that doesn't allow the fucking opportunity or the chance to better oneself?
Yeah, it's better that way.
I can tell you that way. You're going to have this complete backlash, because what's going to happen is a generation of younger fucking kids are going to grow up thinking, oh, well, everyone I dislike and everyone that's a Karen and everyone that's an SJW actively hates that shit. Do you know what? I'm going to go watch that shit and I'm probably going to laugh fucking harder. And actually, me and my pals are going to go fucking make those kind of jokes where nobody can hear us.
It'll be the new punk generation, but it won't be a good punk generation.
As Barry said, you're feeding the fucking fire. You're actively feeding the fucking fire when you're doing that sort of shit. It's backwards, it's ass backwards, and fucking hell, mind them.
What's the old saying? To err is to be human.
But it's right. There's a famous saying. There's a famous saying. The most powerful thing in the world is a mistake.
So what you learn from?
Exactly.
And speaking,
because if you learn from a mistake, then it's not a mistake. It's a lesson.
Yeah.
And that's what it is to be human. Now, if we follow it, right, let's get religious for a minute, right? Now, they say that Satan's the bad guy for promoting free will, right? But free will's the greatest thing that was ever granted to you. Because it shows you what you're able to do, what you're capable of, what you're able to fucking achieve as a cunt with two arms and two legs. As a fucking human being. As a person who's on this planet. And what do we do with it? We make cunts like Takeshi 69.
Well, that's because free will has become commercialised now.
Manny, I've got to say, that was absolutely beautiful to the visuals we've got here in the video episode. Floating across the seas and the fucking hills and skies, like, we are humanity. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, like...
But like I say, is like, as I always say on this podcast, Takeshi 69, go fuck yourself.
Well, let's give it a better example came from the wrestling this week, because not only is the gaming community, the YouTube community, but the wrestling community was rocked by #MeToo allegations. We don't usually tackle around those on the fucking show out of respect for everyone involved. We don't like to fucking speculate on sexual assault claims and stuff. That being said, Sammy Guevara, a popular up-and-coming wrestler on AEW, was recorded as saying that some really offensive things about Sasha Banks, big WWE wrestler.
I thought it was Sami Zayn.
Who the fuck is Sasha Banks?
Sammy Guevara. Oh God, Yangy in the car! Yangy and Alex in the car!
We're at some services at the moment, like God.
Checking. Brilliant. How you guys doing?
We're about an hour away from where we need to get to.
Wow, you've done real fucking good. You've made some headway there.
Is this like Yangy and Alex drive time?
Yeah. The drive-through podcast.
Sweet.
How many sex stops have you had?
Oh, stop. This is our third stop. I need to go for a
Drive time. Next to know, we'll be having Dave Lee Travis on the show.
Jeez, what
Well, we were on the other podcast that was getting like a drive-through. What was it? Scots v Solar Sun?
quite probably, yeah. Yeah, did I not phone in? Never mind. Yeah, what time did you guys leave this morning?
About 9:30.
Damn. The road's pretty clear? Everything big
Yeah,
Tuesday?
easy.
Ideal. So they caught all those drugs you're smuggling in the back of the car then?
Not yet.
My mum's listening.
That's why I said it. Sorry, Mom. Hiya.
By the way, Alex, you still owe me 40 quid for that ounce.
Yeah, just going into
Post it whenever.
topic there, guys.
Start leaning over L.
The Shane Dawson cancelling and the Jenna Marbles cancelling, and I was getting into the Sammy Guevara being somewhat cancelled, but thankfully Sasha Banks taking it not only on the chin, but actively seeking to speak to him and coming together for some fucking actual problem.
Because she released a statement.
We've got to get back on the road, so we'll see you later.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.
So she basically said that on the Instagram post, she basically says, in a nutshell, she spoke to Sammy and gave him a bollocking, and he's accepted it.
Good.
Well,
That's
fair enough. Yeah.
But she stood up to people going, no, that's wrong, and I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. No, just give them a bollocking, going, I'm going to cancel you this, I'm going to cancel you that. No, you should be going, look, that's wrong, and if you don't know, here's why.
Yes. And he's fucking took it.
And you went, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it again. And fella, how hard is that?
He's away to sensitivity training. I'm kind of glad that AEW didn't just fucking drop him like a hot potato and they allowed this to play out, giving him the fucking again, what we've been talking about, the chance to better himself. You know, the chance to realise
there was a similar thing. There was a similar thing with some of the stuff that's going on right now. You were hinting before at the gaming stuff in the same area. Apparently, one of the IGN guys who's left IGN, who now works for Kind of Funny, which is, I forget the guy's name for the moment. And he'd he'd done some meetings to a couple of female employees.
Oh, you need to name and shame here. Come on, you need to.
I know. If I can remember the name, I will. Fran Melville the third. He'd said some stuff to, I think it was Callie Plaguey, and I might have the wrong woman there, but anyway, he'd said some stuff to one of to a previous female.
Yeah, it was Kelly Plug, but that was years ago.
Yeah, he'd said some stuff to her, and she finally she brought all this out on a tweet, in a thread saying all the stuff that had done and how she was told all these things about how she'd never get to progress and all the rest of it, and he went, oh crap, I didn't realise it came across like that. And the two of them actually had a conversation about it. It's
that's respectable.
You know, that's what that I could do a lot more of seeing of.
I mean,
people actually hammering things out.
I'm praising Sasha Banks here, but at the same time, she didn't have to do what she did. She could have quite easily turned around and went, no, fuck him, cancel him. And to be honest, I wouldn't have fucking blamed her. But that being said, it's very fucking respectable how she went about it, and not only giving Sammy the chance to become a better fucking person, but for everyone in the scenario to learn and grow from it, as opposed to planting the seeds of motherfuckers that are going to start thinking, well, Ken White, that winds her up, I'm going to start saying
the
that.
The only problem I've got about it, right, is like, fair enough, okay, folk need to talk about stuff, and they tweet stuff out, they put it on Facebook or whatever, right? But even if you explain a situation and explain how it was resolved in a proper manner, people always still hitch onto the bad thing that happened and didn't look at that we've learned for this part. They just hitch onto
it's
that.
Not about them. It doesn't matter, it's not about them. As long as you yourself are headstrong enough to personally grow and actually strive to fucking do better and ignore the static around you, you're going to persevere. There's a fucking reason why certain people who are problematic have actually managed to stick the fuck around.
I agree with you to a certain extent,
blinders on.
Cap, I agree to a certain extent on that. On a one-to-one personal human level, if you've done the right thing and you've moved forward with yourself, that's all grand and groovy. However, when you're in the public arena and a suitable enough amount of the public choose not to believe you and then hound you at every given opportunity,
well,
that affects your livelihood as someone that's within that context.
That's it. Like how many of the recent ones have been a case of, yeah, we dealt with this in the past, we got it all sorted out, we're cool now, you know, such and such apologised for it and we worked through this, but the community still hits on the but they still did that 6 years ago.
I mean, look at like creators like Boogie2988 or Rich Review Tech USA. Both of them guys have made mistakes in the past. And they still get hounded for those things like 5, 6, 7 years later, after apologising, moving on, and trying to do better.
Well, I would argue the difference between the two of them is Boogie still lets them eat him up, whereas Review Tech just keeps his fucking head down and keeps working. You know?
True.
I personally, I'm a fan of Review Tech. I don't fucking listen to...
Is that the guy with the mean Murphy, are you shitting me face?
Maybe it's the give it a bap, boo bap intro.
Oh, right.
But yeah, he's fucking like I've not heard any of that old shit, you know. I'm trying to think of a better example, but for example, like fucking Keemstar,
or like with people like Lou from Unbox Therapy, how he did the thing about winning the iPhones. People only let that go.
Yeah, well, that's kind of fucky. That's kind of fucky. But,
people like Keemstar are a lot of fucking virus.
Keemstar's a bad example, but for example, he has still managed to proliferate by blocking out the static, by ignoring that fucking shit. He didn't do it at the fucking start. He was crying like a little bitch about it, but by keeping his fucking head down. And
well, take one of the most popular channels on YouTube. I heard that Nigga Here. He was one of the He was one of the first ever. He's one of the first ever YouTube channels, and he's still one of the most popular. It's getting to a point where even he's considering quitting YouTube.
Wow.
No, it's not confirmed, but it was via a tweet where this person was like, I swear to God, if Ryan Higa quits YouTube, I'm going to and then he just retweeted it saying, about that.
Oh no. Oh no. What is the state of the platforms we are on? What state are the platforms we're going to be in? What state of the platforms like Mixer? Oh wait. Yeah, it's old news by now because it's been a week, but Mixer done sold up to Facebook. Ninja's Round got a huge fucking payoff. And someone who didn't get a payoff because he didn't sign the Mixer was Dr. Disrespect, who's probably wishing he did by now, as he has been summariously dropped from Twitch with no official explanation. They have come out and said in statements that
there was a recent tweet from Dr. Disrespect's Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Do I read it?
Yeah, give me a second. Give me 2 wee seconds.
I did take a picture of it too.
Right, so the most recent, what'd you call it? Tweet. The most recent tweet's 11 hours ago. And it simply states, Champions Club Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all their support during this difficult time, but there is a lot of conflicting statements about this.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most conflicting statements is during his last stream, he was known. Well, he was noticed being a bit off. He received a notification on his phone.
Yeah.
And ever since that, it was as if he just got fucking a right hook to the temple. He wasn't paying attention, and then there was like a bang in his house. Must have been like a door being opening, and then that was it, end of the stream.
It was odd because he as soon as, like you're saying, that notification came, he then started talking in terms of like, we're going to get through this, guys. We're going to get through this. You need to stay in there and that. And I kind of think he's on. And it was very, final, which is funny as well because like the stream doesn't end instantly. He knew that the second he stopped streaming, that was it over. But it didn't seem like he could actually bring himself to fucking end it. To keep going much longer than that. So yeah, there's fucking wide speculation. Obviously, with the hashtag #MeToo stuff going on right now, there is wild speculation, but there hasn't been anything confirmed. No one's fucking really talking, so it can't help but be like, what the fuck is this? There was some dodgy bullshit 4chan post floating about accusations of him cheating with a big female Twitch streamer, and that they've somehow asked for a better deal because they got fucking some shitey deal back in the day when he cheated on his missus at TwitchCon with her, allegedly. But I don't believe that. I think if they had evidence of that type of fuckery behaviour or something that was actually, definable on those terms, they'd make it fucking clear that's what it was. But they haven't. So it's just feeding the fire, so to speak. The theme of this podcast. I think what
feeds the fire the most is the fact that we don't know anything and we're all less speculating.
Yeah, it's been like 2 days now.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody knows shit. So, I mean, the less we know, the better for Dr. Disrespect, I suppose, because now he's a fucking free agent to go and make a big, huge jump over on YouTube, along with fucking possibly Ninja
about that. It must be quite the serious allegations that he's been accused of, because not only has his Twitch been banned, but his Discord server has been shut down.
What? What's going on?
Yeah, he had a whole bunch. He's lost a bunch of
Everybody's been refunded or resubscribed their subscriptions.
Yeah,
they have literally as if they are trying to wipe him from existence.
Yeah, and his advertising partners have moved away as well, I heard.
Yeah, everybody is literally chucked them into the waste basket.
That's really odd that we don't even hear that, like, at this day and age, that we haven't heard allegations before we see ramifications.
I swear to God, see if I this right. Now, if he has done something very bad, then fair enough, they took appropriate and affirmative action to then deal with the situation, but they're still covering it up, which makes it sound pretty shitty. But I swear to fuck on all of the 4 elements that created this planet. See if they have banned him and cancelled him for something as stupid as, I don't know, he get caught fucking shoplifting a Mars bar at the local 7-Eleven. I will lose
15 years ago.
Shit.
I mean, the last thing I can think of him doing is when he filmed in the lava at E3.
But that's, bro, like, they dealt with that.
They dealt with that, exactly, yeah. That's the last big thing I can remember him doing. And that was like, what, 3 years ago?
I think it's weird because arguably I would prefer it to be like, my personal stance on this type of stuff is that this shit shouldn't be public until people have had their day in court. Do you know what I mean? Especially over in the States where you're innocent until proven guilty. This kind of shit should be under a fucking NDA on all sides until.
Well, I mean, look at it in
the facts of the case are fucking known.
Look at it in a proper working environment. If you've done something wrong, your manager's supposed to take you to their office to have a private chat, no in front of all the other workers. That's kind of how this feels. Oh, by the way, this person fucked up, just letting everybody know what they've done wrong before they even have a chance to defend themselves.
Whereas, the silence.
And again, does the Twitch have an HR department?
Well, the inhumane resources
department. A safety department led by an otherkin buck. But that's a whole nother story for another fucking podcast. Before we get too off on a tangent, what's definitely
I need to look at a very important video.
Okay. what is definitely worth mentioning is we're in the midst of losing many of our one-time heroes. One lost hero who may just be coming out of that sweet dark night, just fluttering back, screeching like fucking sonar, was Ben Affleck as Batfleck, as he was trending for an entire day yesterday. As everyone remembered, or seemingly people remembered, that the original speculated release date for the Batman movie starring Ben Affleck would have been around this fucking past week. And it was incredible to see this fucking day-long outpouring of people going, fucking love Ben Affleck. God damn, that was the best Batman. What the fuck, get Ben Affleck back. See the fact we didn't have a Ben Affleck, it was really fucking cool to see, actually. And I think there's definitely an air of entitlement, maybe, that, well, if we can get hashtag release the Snyder Cut, maybe if we just go fucking balls out and let Warner Brothers know that we want Ben Affleck. You know, there was lots of tweets coming out indicating what the script was that he'd written for this Batman film, and folk were saying it was incredible, it was amazing. He ends up going into Arkham. It was like a real fucking heavy, dark mix of psychological thriller meets those fucking fan service comic book fucking escapades that we all fucking know, love, or debate about and want to fucking see on the silver screen, or the big screen. What one's the film screen? It's one of the screens. But yeah, so just to let everyone know out there is still hope for the DC universe. I'm not going to poo-poo Robert Pattinson, but while there's still a chance we could have a Flash, Flash fucking crisis, what's it called, Flashpoint, where we have several different Batman or timelines. I think this is nice little bit of thank you 2020. That's Vote's choice. It's fucking cushy. Anybody else got a take on it? Batfleck.
The way to do it would probably be to deep fake the fuck out of it.
Oh, I was saying, Manny. I was saying, Manny. Batfleck was #Batfleck was trending for an entire day yesterday. Just to interest. Sorry, on you go, Zenbook.
Get a bunch of actors that look reasonably like the people. Get them in costumes that look reasonably like the original costumes of all the different Batmen, and then just make it like the 10 Doctors, but with Batman, and just like deep fake the faces, and you're rolling.
I don't know. You'd know it was Pattinson underneath. You know what I mean?
You can just tell. It's just.
Yeah, but I mean, Robert Pattinson, get George Clooney, get them on. Even Adam West.
Yeah, fuck.
Hello, Ben.
Yeah, back again. What is happening?
I'm now actually in the car with Alex, so we don't have to worry about copyrighted music or using the wrong name.
What? Well, you stand next to a radio or something.
Well, I was in Alex's dad's car with Ethel whilst he was driving, and Alex was in this car with their mum.
My dad likes his tunes.
Aye.
Right.
And I didn't want to ask him to turn the music off and stuff.
Oh, so wait a minute. Oh, right. So we were multi-carring then. That's even better.
Yeah. Well, we drove half the way down, and then Alex's parents, got us there.
Fair play.
I wouldn't trust you either, Alex. Yesterday, the other night, there, you were so fucking sketchy on Friday night. That's all I'm saying. Quiz night. Something no right about you getting drunker and somehow getting smarter at the quiz. There's something that's
what the fuck is that all about?
I don't know. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
It's because you can't get dumber than normal Alex. The only way is up.
I was going to sing, but that might be copyrighted.
Well, you've tuned in at just the right time, guys, as we're moving on to the phenomenal segment, everyone's favourite segment, the fucking Twitter moments. So this will be a bit more bite size for you if you want to stick around.
I see him on the stream again. That's good. I see my wee icon.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, we had a bit of a tiff about having it up when you're not there because it threw me off. Tech throws me off. It's all Tech's fault. Blame Tech. What? Eh?
Well, look, I'm here and I'm just in slightly worse audio quality.
That's
slightly worse.
Slightly. Yeah, you're quieter. That's a. It's not a bad thing by any means. Right, give me a wee second till just fucking slap my phone about because it's been an absolute little bitch. Little
Hashtag me
bitchy
too.
bitch. There we go. The hashtag Nirvana with a cursed guitar. What the fuck? Kurt Cobain's famous MTV Unplugged guitar makes history with $6 million in auction sale.
Who paid $6 million for a guitar?
An Australian audio magnate, apparently. I don't know why he's a
I'm
magnate.
surprised if any of Cobain's guitars actually ever survived.
Yeah, that's interesting. well, the shotgun was aimed up the way, Zembo. Fucking hell, you know?
No, but he was always, they
Whoa.
were always smashing up their equipment though, weren't they?
Oh, that's true. That's true. One could argue that, yeah,
Oh,
it
sorry about
wasn't very friendly, but not as friendly as Lisa Kudrow and Jennifer Aniston were having a little friends reunion to themselves.
Yay!
Phoebe is Bay.
Phoebe is Bay.
Phoebe.
What,
Right.
it's a friends reunion if they're just
Yeah, I
looking
know.
at each other.
And it's fucking variety for you. These goddamn fucking websites take the piss with the clickbait nonsense. It's fucking out of order. Weirdly, I've been watching Lisa Kudrow on Space Force. She plays the
I was
wife.
going to say that.
Calculated wife. She was pretty good until the latest episode I watched, or one of the latest episodes where they start talking about an open marriage thing, and there's a whole weird kind of angle and dynamic coming to that. So
Yeah, but it was meant to be awkward because he gets to another side of that guy, like being uncomfortable with modern existence.
yeah.
You know what's on a fun Twitter moment?
Okay.
Some genius writer at GTA Base, a very sexy one too. He wrote an article basically detailing the very confusing timeline and events of Grand Theft Auto 5 and online story and stuff. And put them all together in a chronological order. And I mean, whoever this Yangy person is at the bottom of that site that wrote it, just credit to him. I hear he's also got another article coming up tomorrow about properties that could be added to Red Dead Online, and a tweet that he even drafted up today. There's a funny joke about Cyberpunk and Red Dead Online updates. And
why don't you tell him to put it in the streaming chat, Yangy?
Or better yet, the streaming chat if he wasn't using his phone to chat here.
Oh well, that's a shame. But yes, do check out our illustrious new writer, our official fucking GTA writer over here. Fucking Yangy is going to cause Gamergate 2.0. I can see it. I can see it happening already. But well,
Gamergate
Yangy
2.0 with GTA Base. There's already a whole controversy with GTA Base.
Yeah, well, speaking of controversies, one of the most controversial directors of our favourite films here that we've been discussing, Joel Schumacher passed away this past week. And no matter what you think about the original Batmans and Robins and Batman Forever and stuff, he also done The Lost Boys, you know what I mean, St. Elmo's Fire, you know, some classic stuff.
Why am I just hearing about this?
Yeah,
the Australian boys with the superpowers.
Quiet.
Because the internet is filled with too much other innate chatter to actually hear about some of this stuff.
But rest in peace. 80 years old.
Fire's one of my favourite films of all time.
Hell of an innings, man. Lost Boys fucking cracking, you know. I think as much as people dunk on and shit on the Batman films he done, he was picking up from a fucking incredible creator that was, and being told directly by the fucking Warner Brothers, we need this to be a bit more kid friendly and family friendly. So he went the campy route, you know. People are going to have a liking for those films just like they do for the original, for the Star Wars prequels now. So, you know.
It might have been advisable if maybe the staff of the movie had actually known what they're making. I mean, Alicia Silverstone came out years later and said, I actually didn't know anything about anything what I was doing.
And let's be fair.
Mystery to me.
Yeah, and let's be fair. Bat nipples and padded codpiece is not family friendly.
Yeah, well, depends on family you're talking about.
Do you know that big monster cock with your family?
That's
this podcast ain't family friendly now, that's for sure.
Did you know that, like, he actually has his Robin costume. They made him a copy of it, and it's like got a mannequin inside it, so it's like fully standing up, and he has it in a box in his house.
Oh wow! I would never
Is
have
that a
a box. I would
cop?
have had a glass case. Like
Well, he said he would like to put it up, but he wouldn't know where the fuck to put it.
That's
Gonna
really
have
cool,
an Iron Man
It's-
display room, you know.
Well, it's good for the Bat family. We lose one, but we may be having one back as Michael Keaton is in talks for more Batman.
Yeah, but
And it's exactly what I was talking about. We've got a real good chance to do the Flash movie, splitting apart the universe, splitting it open, and just letting us have our fucking
you know
way
what
with
though?
it.
You know what though?
Better. Him being the old Bruce Wayne to the Terry McGinnis Batman of the future. That's what we need.
I was just going to say that it'll be Michael Keaton in talks to do more Batman, but just like
There'll be no
Ghostbusters,
Batman
just
as
like
good
the
as
new
Kevin Conroy.
Ghostbusters, he'll not be playing Batman.
No, it's not like that. Shut up. Why would you put that in the ether? I will cancel you, Tech. Why would you? Never mind. Okay.
But I can guarantee that though. You know what I mean? It's like what they always do.
They got him in fucking kids Flash movie. They're gonna if you knew anything about DC Universe as I do.
Kevin Conroy is the only one that can be old Batman.
Well, he was a bit of a murderous old
He'll be the
Batman.
butler.
That was kind of weird. But it doesn't matter who plays who, as long as the voice acting keeps to its own colours. As we go segregated, black characters should be played by black actors. Jenny Slate done herself out of a job playing
Guy who
a
plays-
black character in Big Mouth.
Simpsons and Family Guy are also doing that, and you can see a lot of black people responding, just saying, just what the funding. Like,
Just what?
we don't
Say that
care.
again? Yeah.
Like loads of black folk have been responding, like we don't care about this. We want police brutality end. We want police reforming. The funding.
Do you know what I find brutally ironic about that? Like all of these voice actors bowing out and all that. What they don't realise they're doing is they're accidentally recreating segregation.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
The
certain,
exact opposite.
But it's like,
Who do we put out this fire? Fuck it, get me the petrol.
I mean, like a lot of people have also been pointing out things like, well, Bart Simpson is voiced by a female.
Exactly.
That's because women's voices don't change half as much as blokes' voices do.
Exactly. Technically, it's understandable, but
I mean, like,
this
let's be
movement,
fucking real here. Like, you've got to look at cases of like when The Rock.
A dog.
The Rock played a white guy in fucking Mars. Was it one of the fucking CGI Mars films? It was a fucking white guy. Like, no one stopped him doing that.
In Rick and Morty does Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet it's the same with the
Exactly.
Simpsons.
What
Your
about,
boy for the Simpsons that done a poo does half the goddamn
Yeah.
fucking.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
what about Groundskeeper Willie?
In our job though, like they've still got a
he's
job.
Scottish.
There's,
exactly.
if they're getting out of the way to give more black actors a role, I mean, that can only be beneficial.
Like, Hank
Although what you
Azaria
can
is
say
fucking amazing
that-
at voices. Leave him be.
Hollywood voice acting, thank you, that is very much cutting itself off, cutting its nose off to spite its face, or cutting itself off at the crotch, much like the Dixie Chicks, or should we say the Chicks, as they've cut their Dixies off. And will no longer be known
Sorry,
as
we need to
Dixie.
interrupt. This is really important. We're 69 miles away from our destination.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, yes, the famous all-girl rock group, the Dixie Chicks, changed their name to the Chicks on Thursday. Texas country trio officially dropped the word Dixie from their name, removing a reference to the Civil War era South. I didn't realise that's the Dixie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't have to change it to just the Chicks. They could have been the Dicked Up Chicks.
Or they could just stop making their music.
Or if they're lesbians, they could be the Dickless Chicks.
I'm also surprised they've still got the chicks in there. You know, considering the current movements at the moment. Chicks.
I mean, we make fun, but they're entitled to do whatever they want. It's just I think I really preferred the example of what Anthrax done back in the day when the whole Anthrax scare was floating about circa early fucking 2001 type stuff, and everyone was campaigning to have them change their name. So they held a big press conference and a gig where they were going to unveil their new name and turned round and said, "No, fuck you, we're keeping the name."
That's our name. Yeah.
They pretty much said, and our new name's going to be Anthrax. Fuck you.
It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
It's like
such a dickhead move.
We're talking about the same band that, like, during the days of MTV Headbangers Ball, a couple of American kids basically won the right to have Anthrax come to their house, and they trashed the place. I mean, they really trashed it.
Careful what you wish for, you know. But that's just setting a different type of mood, you know. Like Adele watching her Glastonbury set is a mood.
what? Oh God, come on.
Adele watching her Glastonbury set back. It's a total mood, you guys. It's a mood.
Adele. Did you say Adele? I don't know. I prefer a curry.
That just does not compute.
I mean, I have a piece of
You used to prefer a curries, but now she's on the slubber side. So that's but don't say that, or else you'll be, you know, or fat a raisin or some shit. I don't know.
Alex has a Mac.
Alex has a Mac.
Does Adele wear Mac makeup?
I don't. What? What am I fucking Shane Dawson? Am I about to get cancelled? Shane Glosson? What? I don't fucking know. You know more about makeup than me, Yangy.
Cancel privilege.
No, don't you
Was
dare
that
cancel me.
privilege to cancel?
Social justice warrior will be dreading to hear. Congratulations, your privilege has just been cancelled.
What I'll do is I will adorn myself in uncancelable armour. Okay, the type of gear that only one man can get away with saying and doing whatever the fuck he wants in, such as can Yeezy striking a 10-year deal with Gap.
I am fucking done with this planet.
Kanye West, and, yeah.
Two things I can't even stick in the one package. Jesus.
Well, yeah,
Was Gap
the
ever
retailers
really
announced on
that
Friday
big?
Gap will partner with Kanye and Yeezy, his clothing line.
No one man can have all that power.
For a new
Sketchy
line.
69 can,
Don't
apparently.
That's like called Yeezy Gap that will be introduced in the first half of 2021. I thought Yeezy Gap
That
was the
sounds like
baby's
some sort of
name of Kim
innuendo.
Kardashian, but anyway.
Am I
Yeah.
not wrong though in thinking that like Kanye West actually has his own clothing line?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeezy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's well known for that shit,
Yeah.
bro. He was fucking making a mint out of it, which was so funny because, like, even though he went all trumpety Trump circa 2016, and was running around screaming, "Jay, don't send your killers after me," a gig where he played 3 songs and ran off stage. There was lines out to the door of people still waiting to buy the merch at the merch stand because it was all one of a fucking, you know, fashion.
I mean, at least Dre had the nerve to like make some relatively alright headphones and then sell them off to bloody Apple, you know?
Well,
Kanye West, more like can you fucking not?
Jeez.
okay. You leave Yeezy alone. He's a troubled young man, okay? With his 10-year Gap deal. I don't.
Whoa, easy, mate.
That's
And his
fucking
millions and millions of dollars.
As he may, or he must have made some kind of bank on that fucking deal. That's all I'm saying.
Fuck that.
But yeah,
You
speaking
can afford an iPhone 12.
Speaking of taking it home to the bank, I think that was
Kanye West, Kanye West and Gap making a 10-year deal. That I still can't wrap my head around that.
It's very odd.
It's like it's not that. It's the Gap have been one of these fashion icons that like disappear and then reappear for the past fucking. They go on and off more than a fucking shitey light bulb.
Gap just aren't stylish.
Do you know what it reminds me? It would be like something. In fact, do you know what it perfectly reminds me? It's like Snoop Dogg and Just Heat.
Gap just makes me
That's just funny.
Yeah.
What's next?
Gap's
Honestly, what the fuck is next? Is Justin Bieber going to get a sponsorship?
Aye, Gap kind of feels like it almost feels like TK Maxx. You know,
Gap
it's
is
like
Gap
slightly
is more
trendier
white
TK Maxx.
No, Gap is the American Matalan. Right?
See, when you think of Gap, you go back to 2004 and you're in the suburbs and some white dad and you're wearing a Gap hoodie.
With all this cutting out,
The
this
Gap
is sounding
hood.
mildly racist here.
Yeah, you're cutting it out a little bit, buddy.
Look, I'm in the middle of fucking ass fuck nowhere, right?
Listen, I don't want to know about your sex life, buddy. You should be driving and concentrating on the road, okay?
I can guarantee he
I
drove.
can't drive. It's Alex the driver.
I bet he just.
well.
I bet he just drove past a sign that says "Welcome to Ass Fuck Nowhere."
No, would you? Went Bridge House. Access for residents only. Shout out to Wentbridge House, boys.
Don't dox yourself.
It's so fucking miles away from.
The south. It just says the south on the sign.
Feels like we're getting more and more miles away for the end of this podcast, but I'd like to take this opportunity. Thank you guys for dropping in, even though you're on the road. That shows some fucking real dedication. Much appreciated. Also, Zed Bloke managing to squeeze a little Sunday off. No, it won't be a typical appearance from you every Sunday, but everyone will be very much appreciated. Thank you very much for popping
warm
in.
fuzzy glow.
Manny, you fucking... how the hell you managed to get up in reasonable time after laughing our asses off so hard last night with the fucking end of the relay stream and the Jackbox? Much appreciated again.
Sorry,
Tech for getting out your bed. Well done.
You're very welcome. You know, the least I can do.
What about now?
It's funny how you can do it for this podcast, eh?
A wild cod has appeared.
Fucking sight.
Fucking what about cod? This is way past your fucking bedtime. What are you doing up at this time?
I promised people Metal Gear Sundays, so I struggled out of bed because it's fucking Metal Gear Sunday, bitches!
Perfect time to plug it, bro.
See,
Perfect time to plug it.
You went to sleep. I've been awake since last night.
God damn, bro. Really? Shit.
I nearly did that for going back to work. I thought my body clock's so out of whack. I may as well do a complete reset.
I don't know why it's so hard on tech, man. I can go like fucking 2.5 days routinely without sleep. Fucking tech's a rookie.
Don't say hard on tech.
No, see, there's a difference here. I could go that long, I just choose not to. You know, because I like sleep too much.
Taking all these words in.
It leaves you wanting
Sleep
more.
is king.
Exactly.
Hard on?
Sleep is king.
So all I heard is hard on.
You heard the rest of the conversation, your brain just cut off
All I
everything
heard was
else.
hard on and going on that long.
Sounds like a wet dream for you, Yangy.
Very suspicious times here.
That's selective hearing. But now's perfect time as ever to plug. If we've got anything we'd like to plug, Yangy obviously will be pushing some of those articles into the advertising. Yep, that's true.
Articles, bro, I'd like to read them.
Yeah. Push those articles into the advertising at some point, please, Yangy. That'd be awesome, my man. COD, you got.
Yeah. Because all started cutting it. We went through our.
Right, well, shut up till I keep talking to you then. God, you've had a one hell of a weekend, my man. Obviously, we had the quiz on Friday night. It went exceptionally well. After community games night and what else we had. Then there was obviously the relay. You took part in that. Fucking nailed that one at the park with some World of Warships. Some beautiful sounds of singing from COD as well.
Don't promise me a fucking citadel.
And then right after the relay, we had late night antics with Jackbox. You need to see some of the clips of this stuff, guys. We were fucking crying ourselves.
Aye, that was a good laugh last night.
Pretty sure Glaswegian BR's literally pulled a jaw muscle. He couldn't fucking stop laughing.
I put that the one we were playing Civic Diddle. That's on our YouTube. That was too good. That's on our YouTube.
Civic Diddle. And obviously check COD out on Ouija Wednesdays over on the Scots and on his own fucking Twitch at COD Ate My Dog. I think we'll be fucking tuning into this Metal Gear Sundays shortly.
If you don't, I'll ban you. In fact, I need to follow first.
Also, we've got Manny TV. What's your schedule like at the moment, buddy? You still on a wee bit of hiatus, a bit of breather?
Yes, I am. Because I can't.
Manny's schedule is
everybody on it.
Manny's schedule's bunnets in the morning, bunnets in the evening, and bunnets at supper time.
But when's the time for a berry? Zen Bloke, what you got cooking in
I'm going to be very dead.
Just trying to keep on firing at videos, even though I'm back at work, and just keep it on, homie.
Good my man. Yangy.
I just realised. You know how we were talking about the Ruby Rose leaving Batwoman a while ago?
Yes.
They're recasting because someone's going to replace Batwoman.
I'm going to replace your audio.
Meant to be the battle
I'm getting every other word from him.
I know.
Yeah.
Was she meant to be the battle of what?
The future.
Not too far in the future, but yes, relatively speaking.
Yeah, well, that didn't work out for her, did it? Either
Yeah,
way,
you quit beating around the bush. I need to go for a shake, man. Look.
I think he was working up to some joke that she got eaten out in China or something, and she's the problem with COVID. But anyway, before we go any further, I just want to say, obviously, we've got the fucking streams of content coming out. Podcast will be up on Monday. Fucking Wednesday, video drops. This Friday, we've got the Fallout fashion show from myself and Mary and the Vault 69ers.
You know, still not uploaded that.
That's
2 months ago. Man.
Yeah, but I had to edit, bro. I'm way behind on my fucking editing. We followed, but I've managed to catch up this weekend, so I'm quite chuffed. And this Thursday, I will very hopefully have a capture card, so you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing when I'm streaming for a change over on Indi Scots. But in the meantime, this has been another fantastic episode, yantastic episode of the Unmonetisables, the official podcast of the FAWK Chronicles. And I've been Cpt Privilege with Grandmaster Tech, Yangy Young, caught out my dog at the last minute, Manny TV, Zen Bloke, signing off, closing hail frequencies, ending communications, and gonna go Batfleck. Gonna go Batfleck.
Well, we saw some cows earlier. They were nice.
I'm gonna cut you off. Stop talking cows.